Now we've got an eruption down here. Now we got a big slide coming off. The slide is coming off of the west slope. Now we got a whole great big eruption out of the crater. And we got another that opened up on the west side, and the whole west side.
Well, there it is, as reported 37 years ago here on KGW, the eruption of Mount St. Helens, the most destructive volcanic eruption in the country's history. 37 years ago. I need to say it again because I cannot believe it has been that long.
It's a real throwback Thursday today.
Definitely.
Incredible.
We're joined by John Erickson on the couch, who was working for KGW Radio at the time. So when you look at that image, John, what do you remember?
It blows me away that we were alive to see it. What an incredible honor to see that kind of a history take place in front of your eyes. You know, 57 people were killed in that on that Sunday morning. If that had happened on Monday, the next day, the woods would have been full of loggers. The Weyerhaeuser country there was all within the blowdown zone. There would have been hundreds of people killed in that.
I read about that before, that if this was a Monday through Friday event, hundreds of lives lost. The fact that it happened on a Sunday saved a lot of lives. Is this safe to say this was the most incredible story that you covered in your career in broadcasting?
Oh, without a doubt, without a doubt. And, you know, I got curious and I checked to find out what the median age of Oregonians is, and it's 38, which means that at least half of the people weren't around for that and have no idea what happened. And I think it's real important to keep it alive because it is relevant to this day and age.
I would ask, John, this is such an amazing story. I would think it would be most difficult as a journalist to keep your emotions at check so you can calmly walk people through what's happening. Did you remember? I mean, it's almost like you want to scream something, not report it as you're watching all of that.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. On any kind of a story that you go to, if something spectacular is happening, you have to kind of gut check your emotions. But this was impossible because you're looking at this gigantic plume coming up, and you don't know if that's the next Vesuvius and you're the next Pompeii, and in 10,000 years you're going to be an exhibit making pancakes and frozen entitlement.
So take us back to that day 37 years ago. What was your vantage point? Where were you?
I was at KGW because that's where the radio station was.
Thank goodness for you.
Thank goodness. And we were on the air all day and all night. Had a great news department. I was the news director, but I hired great people, and I just said go, 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 and they went, and they did a great job covering.
Anything today, to this day, any parts of that story that really stand out to you? Because typically, you know, there's always one part of a story that you just, as a reporter, you can never forget.
Yeah, the whole event was
just
unforgettable because it kept on unfolding, and we'd find out more and more. And as more cameras would get up there, we'd see the pyroclastic flows roaring down the Toutle Valley, and we had a sense of what was happening on the river. The Columbia River was dammed. I-5 was shut down. It was covered up. Air traffic was frozen. Every single little event was a wow. I can't believe it.
Do you remember, John? I mean, do you think people were prepared for actually the magnitude of what this became?
There had been warnings.
There had been warnings, but not to that extent. I'm really glad you're going to have Seth Moran on here from the USGS. He is great, and he can explain what happened. But my recollection is that the early predictions of what would happen did not come close to what ultimately did occur.
I do remember, maybe it was 13 years ago, I can't remember if it was 04, 05, but there was some activity up there. And we had all of our crews up at Mount St. Helens.
The plume came to life.
Following it for days. Nothing really transpired, thankfully. But was it the case back then in 1980? Were we sending crews up there waiting for something to happen, or this kind of caught the news crews by surprise that day?
People knew something was imminent because it was bulging like 5 feet a day.
Okay.
That's not good. And I got an email from Pete Schulberg, who was an anchor here at Channel 8 back then. On the Friday before the eruption, he and a crew were in a helicopter, and they were just looking down on it and thinking, you know, something's going to happen really, really soon. It sure did.
And speaking of the anchors, John, before the show, you and Kathy and I were looking at KGW's website, our website, and we had that initial broadcast from the night they went on the air. And so if you guys would like to check it out, I'd highly recommend that because we have the archive video and the newscast on KGW.com.
I happen to be one of the half of the population that was alive when it happened, as you mentioned, John. I was in school in Corvallis studying journalism, so of course I took it all in, but I remember waking up with ash on my bed because we had a screen porch that we slept on, and the ash had spread across 11 states, and you know, people were running around, and because because it happened at 8:30 in the morning.
It did, but a lot of people who remember ash in Portland actually didn't get it until the week later. There was a May 25th eruption also on Sunday, and that's one where the winds were blowing south. The May 18th eruption, the winds were blowing to the east and just heaped just tons and tons of ash.
I heard like Spokane got
Yakima, Spokane.
So you're telling me, John, I need to alter my recollection.
right.
Maybe a week later. Perhaps that was not what was happening in Corvallis that day.
Get the time-space continuum
But
together.
it was a good story.
All these years I thought. I was a week off.
Clearly, that was May 25th, Ash.
May 25th.
Oh, John, I so appreciate you
man.
coming in. We still hear your lovely voice on K103.
Oh, thank you. Thank
The
you.
silky voice of John
It's a great voice.
Erickson. I can't begin to talk that well. Hey, we have a picture that I wish I was up here to see live. The beautiful before shots, of course, Spirit Mountain, popular summer getaway spot, the seemingly picturesque, perfect snow cap. And from that, we go to the live camera at Johnston Ridge Observatory. And what the mountain looks like this morning. There it is, a little bit of an overcast above the mountain. You can plainly see the line of where there is still snow on the ground and not. And of course, the rim with the new dome building within it. Now joining us from the Cascades Volcano Observatory up in Vancouver with the USGS is scientist Seth Moran. Hello, sir. You're the head man of monitoring operations up there.
For the last couple of years, scientists, we take turns sort of being in charge. Is a very, very important sounding term, which basically translates to chief herder of cats.
Your recollection
How about use that?
and your history of this event. Talk about just how catastrophic it was, because some people watching, like John was just hinting at, weren't alive, certainly don't remember. Half of our population doesn't remember this event taking place. So they know that there was an explosion at Mount St. Helens, but can you talk about, again, just how far-reaching that explosion was felt?
Well, the explosion itself, that was heard, up in Seattle. It was a big boom. Although, interestingly or ironically, people that were closer to the volcano didn't hear it, and that's sort of one of the weird things about what happens with sound waves in the atmosphere. Sometimes they don't come down to the earth; they go up. But in terms of the virtual explosion, I mean, that was a marker event. For society and for science. Scientists hadn't ever really seen an eruption like that. Kind of live. I mean, the photographic sequence that's available that you've been looping here, nothing like that ever existed before.
What is your office doing today? As we look at pictures of the aftermath of the 1980 eruption, but what is your office doing now on a weekly or monthly or annual basis to monitor this volcano?
Well, we're monitoring it in real time, and we've got about 20 seismometers out there, 20 GPS instruments that are looking for really, really fine scale changes in their position. And we've got gas monitoring equipment up there. We're working with the Forest Service. Their webcam is something that's interest. The lesson that we've learned from volcanoes around the world, including Mount St. Helens, is that it's important to pay attention to the small stuff, as the small stuff can be the earliest warning sign that something
Tremors, changes in gas level, what are you referring to?
So like small earthquakes. In the case of our GPS network that's out there right now, we've been seeing a trend since 2008 where those instruments are slowly moving away from the volcano. And by slowly, I mean over the space of about a decade, maybe about an inch maximum. And seeing that on a number of stations is a pretty reliable, robust pattern. And so we feel somewhat confident saying that there's some magma coming in. Not a lot, small amount. And this is what we think is the process of the volcano building to the next eruption, which is years to decades down the road.
When we say Mount St. Helens will erupt again, that's a true statement. And we're talking we're talking an event. An event will occur again.
Hold my hand, Drew. Go on, doctor.
Yeah. So that's an interesting point, because we say that for many Cascade volcanoes that we call them active, and we say they have the potential. We think they're going to erupt again. But this one is actually showing some signs that it's getting ready for it. And it did this actually back in the late 80s and early 90s after the first eruption was over. And that kind of led to what happened in 2004 that you guys are just remembering. That was a small scale eruption. Right. But we were seeing signs, something similar to what we're seeing now. And that took 17 years to play out. Now we're on 9 years into the current pause. Right. And so it could be another decade, couple decades.
But let's just say 60 years from now. I mean, could it be as big as the one of 1980? Can you rule that out or no?
It's probably not, and that's from a couple of perspectives. One is that in general, with volcanoes, the longer you wait, the bigger the next eruption will be. Sure. The second thing is that what really made St. Helens such a big eruption, such a catastrophic eruption, was it had this big cap on it. And that allowed pressure to build up. And then when that cap catastrophically failed with the big debris avalanche, that took it was like taking the cork off the soda bottle, and everything came out really, really fast. So that cap isn't there as much now, and so the potential to have pressure build up is a little bit lower.
Could the cap grow back, so to speak? And I don't know if that's just a ridiculous question, but if we just waited long enough, if we waited not 17 or 25 years, if we waited 100 years for the next event, could the cap have reformed by then?
Though that was actually certainly an expectation that geologists had back in the 80s, because there was a volcano in Russia, a Bezmiany volcano, that had a similar kind of eruption in the 1950s, and that has actually continued erupting to this day, and it's really actually filled in the crater for the most part. And when St. Helens kind of stopped doing that in '86, it was a bit of a surprise that it had stopped. That's certainly the geologic record at St. Helens is one of it builds itself up, and then it blows itself apart, and then it builds itself up. And geologists in the 70s have been unearthing that story, and that was one of the reasons why they, a couple years before 1980, put out this paper that said, this is the one. This is a dangerous one that we need to be paying attention to, and it could erupt between now and the end of the century. And boy, 2 years later, were they right? Yeah.
Wow. Well, Self Moran, thank you for being here at the USGS Volcano Observatory office up in Vancouver.
I'd also like him to stick around, because you know why?
You feel safe when he's here?
Well, that's one. Two, I think he would appreciate the vintage shopping tips that we're about to unfold on our viewers.